Are you looking for stunning views of the Red Rocks in Sedona, Arizona? Well, look no further. I've got the hike just for you. Hi, I'm Brins, the president of Vaucluse. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a fantastic trail out here in Sedona that you can take. And I'm going to show you some of the gear that I took to help me stay cool and dry along the way. The location that we are in today is the Coconino Forest, which is in northern Arizona. The starting point is Brins Mesa trailhead. Definitely bring, I would say, a 4x4 if you can. It's a dirt road that gets pretty bumpy. On a map, it is also named the Jordan Trailhead. Why should you do this hike? Number one, incredible views of the Red Rocks in Sedona. There's not a lot of people, which is great because in Sedona you can get a lot of people. If you're looking for a challenge with quick rewards, that means great views, this is the trail. This trail begins right at the north edge of Sedona and is as picturesque as it is convenient. Instead of keeping you tucked away in a deep canyon or clinging to the side of a steep slope, the trail leads you right out into the open where you can enjoy unobstructed views of the spectacular red rock formations. I recommend bringing a map to help you identify Coffee Pot Rock, Wilson Mountain, Chimney Rock, and much, much more. There are many large rock formations around you to enjoy. Part one is flat and has fantastic views. If this is all that you want to do when you don't want to do those inclines, you will not be disappointed. Part two is the incline. There's a steady incline, then goes back to being flat, and then a sharp incline all the way up to Brins Butte. As you can see from the photos, I did this hike in the winter, and normally you're not going to get all of this snow surrounding you. To review the Brins Mesa Trail, you can visit the Forest Service's website for more information. The link is going to be below, as well as my Strava link, my All Trails link, everything that you could possibly want to know exactly where this trail is. Here are the statistics of the hike. The temperature started in the low 40s and stayed at the level throughout the afternoon. The length of the hike was 4.24 miles. Elevation gain was just over 1,000 feet. The moving time was 2 hours and 26 minutes with a total time of 2 hours and 39 minutes. I only stopped 13 minutes to pause to swap out my backpack frame. I'm going to be talking more about this in the next part of the video. The average pace was 34 minutes per mile. Calories burned was a generous 1,386. It was definitely a workout. Now let's dive into the gear that I used. I took with me a Gregory Mountain Zulu, which actually only holds 38 liters, and it weighs 2.9 pounds empty. It comes around $150. Depending on where you look, it might be more, it might be a little bit less. The link for the backpack is going to be right below. The backpack has what is called a free float ventilated suspension featuring a 3D comfort cradle hip belt with dynamic flex panels that move with the natural movements of your body. So what's really important or key on this backpack, I'll move my cool dry frame right here, is the curved frame that does allow some airflow to happen. And that's specific what we're going to be looking at today is this airflow. The contents of the backpack, I had water and extra clothes just in case if I got more cold, and obviously I took off some of my clothes and I shoved them in the backpack. I think total weight was probably no more than 6 pounds. I also took with me my cool dry frame, which is going to be part two of the test to increase the airflow of this backpack. Here are the results of the hike with the gear specific to airflow and keeping the back cool and dry during the hike. Part one is the incline, and I only had the Gregory pack. As you can see from the graph, the back temperature gradually increased, jumping to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. The humidity was much lower initially, and that's only because I had my layers on. And so the reader, which I had a thermometer, a hygrometer by Govee that was tracking, really didn't pick up my humidity because of all of the extra layers I had. I took the layers off, and what you can see in the graph is that the humidity rose right after because the Govee could track more easily the heat that was dissipating off my back. The outside temperature, as mentioned before, was in the low 40s. Part two of the test then was the decline, and on the decline I attached, which you can very easily do, you put the loops around the straps And then there's some Velcro to attach this frame to the backpack, and you can do this to any backpack. As I said, I attached the cool dry frame to the backpack, and as you can see from the graph, the back temperature was much more stable and the humidity was also more stable. So even though I wasn't on that incline as before, I was going quite quickly on the decline, and the heat from my back, well, it wasn't jumping as high because, well, the cool dry frame was providing more airflow onto my back. Overall, my back temperature and humidity were much more stable with the cool dry frame on the backpack as opposed to off. Overall results are you don't necessarily need an expensive backpack to increase the airflow of your backpack. All you really need is take your favorite backpack, order a cool dry frame, install it within a few seconds, and you've increased the airflow of your favorite backpack, and you didn't have to spend $150 or more on a backpack that provides some level of airflow on your back. That's it from me. If you want to learn more about Vaucluse, just simply click the link or visit vauclusegear.com. Thank you so much for your attention. To sweating less.